With nearly 20,000 ways to fill a tic-tac-toe board, you're probably thinking that there is no steadfast way to win, as it is all based on your opponent's choices and how you respond. Not only can you predict your opponent's positions, but also have a move ready for anything they do. In this video, I will show you very basic rules on how you can win or tie every single game you play, making it impossible for your opponents to win. So here's how you can win tic-tac-toe every single time. Firstly, the way you do this is dependent on whether you go first or second. Let's look at the first position. If you're going first, you want to put your X in any one of the corners. Now, if the opponent puts their circle anywhere but the center, this is where you can jump in. If they do this, put your second X in any other corner so there's one space gap in between. To not lose immediately, your opponent will have to put their O between this spot. Moving swiftly on, put your third X in the final corner. At this point it becomes impossible to defend as you have two routes to form a 3 in a row, from either being a diagonal or straight line, meaning your opponent has no possible options for a defense. Now let's rewind. What if your opponent does put their O in the center? Simply follow the same strategy. Put your second X in one of the corners and be sure to defend and follow this path accordingly, meaning you will either win or force a tie. And what if you do actually have to go second? If you're the second to go, it may be harder to win the game, but here's what you can still do. If your opponent takes the center space, counteract that by placing your O in a corner, as you can then defend all possibilities of a win. If your opponent takes a corner space, take the middle space, and in the same way, this will force a draw. But if your opponent starts on an edge that is not a corner, you could possibly win. There is an exact science on how to win tic-tac-toe if this is your case. Put your first O in the center, and if your opponent puts their X on the other edge, you can claim a victory easily. However, if not, you have to settle for a draw and go again. This means winning outright can be somewhat difficult unless major mistakes are made by player 1. But given that you are now a tic-tac-toe professional, a donation in the form of a like and subscribe would be much appreciated.